Yo guys, it's a grubcast of the Viper versus LucifroN. The Viper is the #1 Age of Empires player of all time. And his opponent, LucifroN, at the time of recording this, 16 December, was the #1 ladder player currently in Age of Empires 4. It should be a fantastic matchup. I'm gonna be casting it. Enjoy. Joli accent, Grubby. Here we go. Let's do this. I'll catch up to reality. Yo guys, and welcome to another casted game of LucifroN against the Viper. The way I like to do these casts is to view them from a singular perspective. And this gives us the chance to learn the most and also get an appreciation for what the player in question sees. Going between the two players also has a small drawback. Currently, the Observer UI has the problem that if you switch view, previously scouted enemy buildings disappear from the revealed but currently unseen fog of war. If you don't 100% get what I'm saying, it's okay, but I'm doing it for the clarity. There is a small observer bug for the minimap and I find it a bit jarring. So we're going to be watching this from LucifroN. Now this is the semi-finals game of the Winter Series 1. In this match we have LucifroN against the Viper, which is an amazing matchup. LucifroN is an ex-Warcraft 3 pro player who I've had so many great games against. Probably top 2 orcs from Europe ever together with me. He did great in several BlizzCons back when BlizzCons were still happening. He's playing as Roos here. The first place prize of the tournament is $700 and the winner of this will face Marine Lord in the grand finals. His opponent, Viper, is playing as the Mongols. In this tournament, all 8 civilizations are pickable, but both players get one civilization that they can ban out and prevent the opponent from playing. Everyone agrees right now that Mongols and Rus are the 2 strongest civilizations in the current balance of the game, as well as the understanding of the meta of the game, which, you know, it can change without balance patches happening. But this is how we best understand it right now. Oh, the scout is going too close into the town center. LucifroN making a massive mistake, but Viper not punishing it by an instant garrisoning of the villagers into the town center. That could have been absolutely enormous. If you instantly press G on all your villagers, the scout dies and the sheep default to your opponent. Right now, we've got 3 scouts by LucifroN, and he's not making any more as of yet. At 3 minutes and 7 seconds, he starts his Golden Gate landmark with 8 villagers. Every extra villager reduces completion time by a little bit less than the preceding one. The first villager has the best value and the last one has the least. 8 villagers is an extremely high amount to attribute to building your landmark, but it can help to get it earlier because the Golden Gate works with the ticket system or supply system. Every minute you are granted 1 supply, so although you are investing resource generation opportunity cost loss, you're also getting bonus resources from your Golden Gate landmark. And your Golden Gate is one source of gold income for Roos early game. One source is killing sheep, wolves, boar and deer. You get gold for that as Roos, as well as boosting your total bounty accumulation. You can also sell food and wood. And the third way of generating gold for Roos early game is via hunting cabins. Every single tree inside the hunting cabin when it's first built, even if it gets chopped down later, gives you 1 gold per minute. And that actually gives you 1 gold per... Yeah, 1 gold per minute, but then it increases later as your bounty goes up. It gives you that gold every 27 seconds, some increment of it. Holy Roman and English are banned this series? Really? They banned Holy Roman and English. Interesting. So LucifroN just got his bounty to 250. He's got 3 scouts, and is he making any more? He's first getting professional scout technology and then adding more scouts. This is the standard opener for Rus, and it allows them to go into picking up the corpses all over on the map of the deer carcasses. Viper has reached Feudal landmark with deer stones, which offers the YAM network technology for free and makes it available at Feudal instead of at Castle H. Play any given Mongol on the ladder on the quick match, and they'll typically do a Dark Age barracks or a Dark Age stables. And they're going to be using that to pressure you and to tower you. They will be making an outpost here, and they're going to be making an outpost here, threaten your wood line. Not Viper, not this time. Viper has gone for a second scout opener and has just simply gone to Feudal Age, getting wood and gold and food from sheeps. And then he's made an archery range at the Ovu. Professional scout retrieval has begun. More scouts are in production. We currently have 3, with at least 3 more on the way. And 1 ticket is still available as well for the supply. Viper is doing a little bit of disruption of scouts. We saw the same theme in his yesterday's games, where he opened as Abbasid Dynasty against Lennox, the Holy Roman Empire. He opened with a barracks. Pretty much upon completing his economic wing, he started a barracks. In come the Mangidai. He's going to use Mangidai to control the scouts and disrupt professional scouts technology. It seems that Viper's methodology here is not to sit back and let things happen, but to actively disrupt. Just like the game that we casted yesterday against Lennox, to actively disrupt the scouts from picking up corpses. When you have 7 scouts very quickly, you can go to one single deer carcass location and bring back all 7 corpses immediately. But with 3, 4, or 5, your multitask becomes more pressured, as you have to make multiple trips back and forth. This does leave you exposed, but not many players nor civilizations can necessarily pressure this very easily. Lacking mobile, basically mobile shooters prevents you from catching up to the very fast scouts that have decent health, 110. And it looks like Viper is not going overboard with the disruption. He wants to delay, but he hasn't been that successful in the delay. 7:25 is when the landmark starts, so it should finish with 8 villagers. Probably about 8:30, I would say. That's my guess. I'm not sure if 8 minutes on a 3H landmark actually just makes it take a minute. But Viper's killed 1 scout so far, no more yet. 3 more corpses retrieved by LucifroN on the other side of the map. And he didn't go overboard making Mangidai, just the 2, an interesting amount. And then, a stables here. Presumably Viper is even now going for Castle Age. I'm not going to check it out. We want to remain in the dark, so that we can theorize on what should happen next. LucifroN is rushing to Castle Landmark, but unlike some of the games we've seen, he doesn't have the wood ready to make 1, 2, 3, or even 4 archery ranges. Is really specializing in a fast warrior monk and not very much into having the most amount of horse archer production upon completing his castle. He has 1 archery range in production, slightly higher on the food, slightly too low on the wood. Okay, let's see how this pans out. Immediate warrior monk production would be expected. He's got a supply, he sells food and starts a warrior monk, trying to get the relics. More deer are being retrieved here. The reason this match is so interesting as well, and why I'm watching it from LucifroN's side, Viper right now is the most successful Age of Empires tournament player. He won the last Age of Empires 2 tournament, the most recent one, not the last, the most recent one, the KOTD tournament. And he also won the first big Age of Empires 4 tournament, the Genesis, picking up a 20k check in the first one and the biggest part of a 20k total prize pool in the second one. LucifroN is the #1 player on ladder right now. And like I said, an excellent Warcraft 3 player. Very smart guy. Very, very smart player. And aggressive too, usually. With a big emphasis on build orders. And he's got his sparring partner Vortex, his brother, to talk about the game with and to practice his builds with. Viper also won Red Bull, the second last tournament, 100k prize pool. He's a beast. Yeah, the Red Bull one. So, it almost feels like a shame not watching this from Viper's perspective, but we've been watching him a lot, and LucifroN has been more elusive. Because LucifroN can jam with Vortex, and because he's a great mind that can develop things in private, we don't see a lot of him in the scene. He doesn't expose as much. Viper's match history is revealed. LucifroN is hiding it. LucifroN really channeling the feel of the StarCraft 2 barcode personification. Castle Age 10:30 for Viper, and LucifroN did indeed reach around 8:30. So 2 minutes behind. 4 Mangudai, and now what? Usually the build against Scout Horse Archer, which is the Rus meta, is Mangudai with Lancers. We already saw 1 stable and 1 range, so I think it's gonna be indeed that. Scout, Mangudai, Lancer. The Mangudai to win the range battle, stay out of range of the Horse Archers and you don't get hit. You look at the move speed, 187. What's a Horse Archer? 162. So the Mangudai can choose not to fight. And if the Mangudai catch you in a fight that you do not want to be in, they can actually keep up with you and shoot while you're just running. However, in pure raw power, Horse Archers are better. 12 damage to 7 with an attack speed of 2, a lot slower than Mangudai. Mangudai actually attack really fast. How fast? 125. Oh, he did the buff just now. So Mangudai 125. Horse Archers are advertised as having a 1 attack every 2 seconds, but they're actually bugged and they do 1 attack every 1.5 seconds. So they're only 1.5 versus 125. They're only like 16% slower, 20 or 60% slower than the Mangudai, but they can't shoot and move at the same time. They have to scoot and shoot, scoot and shoot. 3 archery ranges, no blacksmith yet, no wood for it yet. And how many relics? 3 already inside the monastery. Where are all the warrior monks? He's got 2. One is retrieving the 4th relic, and one is with the army to give the combat buff. So how is Viper gonna do this? I would imagine he's gonna come out with Lancers. Maybe he's pulling them up, making a few? Is it worth it to focus the Khan? I feel they go down quite fast. In a way, it's worth it because you remove the scout potential from him, as well as the potential to do buffs. On the other hand, if he's already cast his buff, it's on a long cooldown. If you kill him after he casts the buff, it doesn't really do anything to take him down. He is dead for 2 minutes, but he's the one unit that comes back for free. Every other unit you kill does not come back for free. So it's like killing a locust from a swarm host in StarCraft 2. It can no longer hurt you, but it's going to be back. The Khan also has 300 health in Castle Age, with 1 armor, from the blacksmith I suppose. That's a lot of health. More than triple that of a Horse Archer. The Veteran Mangudai now have their upgrade of Veterancy. Now they have 11 damage with 105 health. But there's way more Horse Archers. They're cheap. Mangudai cost 1240, but Horse Archers cost 8040 instead of 12040. Plus Mangudai cost gold. Looks like LucifroN is doing good here. He's getting a lot of valuable target downs. There are Lancers in production. I haven't seen a whole lot yet. Maybe they die too fast. This looks like a classical game of Horse Archer Scout domination. We've got Scouts in production, 1 at a time. We've got 3 Horse Archers in production. We have 1 Horse Archers, 5 Scouts and 2 Warrior Monks. He's targeting the Ovu stone generation for the Viper. And the ability to make multiple units from the Y menu. The double production here. Step readout is helping a lot with gold generation. But how will Viper make a comeback here, if he does? 2 relics in control now. 3 relics have been brought back. No, 5 relics. LucifroN has 5 relics and 2 sacred sites for a total of 700 gold generation per minute. That's insane. Together with the hunting cabin, that's gonna give him... How many hunting cabins does he have? 2. Where's the second hunting cabin? Where's the second hunting cabin? I don't know. But he's getting a lot of gold per minute. He killed the Ovu. Blacksmith is actually working on ranged armor. Will it go down before it finishes? Ooh, 1 second left. It finishes. And then he uproots it and loses it. There's another archery range coming out. Veteran archers. Oh, he's making veteran archers. He doesn't think he can win out anymore with Mangirai. They're too expensive. So he's switching to archers. Lancers still as well. How many lancers are there? 3 sacred sites now in control. This looks dire indeed for the Viper. 4 archery ranges. Viper is 2 TC? Alright, let's reveal the info. Oh, wow. This greedy boy. He always loves his 2 town centers. Let's look at his vision. He's got an army of 23, 54 workers, 52 and 40. He's got half the army and not even that many more workers. 2 more workers. No, I suspect he has bitten off more than he could chew with that. And while the scouts, in theory, are supposed to be able to beat horse archers, there's so many more horse archers. Additionally, the scouts are tanking, as is the warrior monk. 210 health on the warrior monk. He's jumping in big, LucifroN. He's losing some horse archers to the town center, but he's killing every single line of defense. Now LucifroN is 4 workers ahead, despite not having an expansion. He doesn't even know, I think, that there is an expansion, unless he looks at the minimap and sees the road or something. It's really neat how this game automatically builds roads to connect buildings, you see. But that's it. That's a good game. Viper calls it. He loves second town centers, but there was no space for that in this game against LucifroN. Our rank 1 ladder player beats the rank 1 Age of Empires player of all time in the first map. The brave and interesting choice of the horse archer ball wins again. Yep.